say hello? Say hello. Hi. Let's do thumbnail. Ready? You done? Yeah, good job. No, you were asleep when we moved you. Now we can start the video. Hey guys! Hi! Today we are 3 weeks. Yay!
I almost said pregnant.
Yay! We're 3 weeks? No, we're not.
We're 3 weeks of her being here.
She is 3 weeks.
She's 3 weeks old.
Look at that little face. Perfect. So we wanted to sit down and do our birth story because I know we did our vlog, but you didn't really get the whole story there.
Yeah, you don't know how she came into the world, you just know she did.
You just know she got here.
Yeah, which was all that mattered, really.
We went in on the Sunday to be induced.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunday the 21st. They inserted at like 4 o'clock this pill. The really tiny pill that goes up by the cervix. It's supposed to help soften and everything. We did that for 4 hours. So then at 8 o'clock we started the Cervidil, which is the only one we actually know the name of.
Yeah.
And it's like on a string and it goes up by the cervix. Also to just help thin it and soften it. That had to stay in for 12 hours. I didn't get to eat until 2 hours after that went in.
So 10 o'clock?
Yeah, so it was like 10 o'clock Sunday night. I didn't get to eat from before we went. I ate at like 2:30 and it was like 10 o'clock and I was like starving. So they had sandwich trays and you saw that. You saw the sandwich tray. You didn't see me also eat Lindsay's sandwich.
Yeah, she did that.
So then the next morning.
At 8 o'clock?
At 8 o'clock. The OB came in. He broke my water.
At 8:07.
At 8:07. Craziest feeling in the world. Seriously, just felt like I was like peeing all over myself and just like uncontrollably could not stop. And it was the worst feeling. You stretching? Because I didn't get to do this when I was inside.
And then you got your epidural around 10 o'clock, 10:15, I think.
Yeah.
But she'd been in pain before then, but.
Yeah, I think, what was I dilated to when he broke my water? Do you remember?
A 4?
No, I was a 4 when I got
Oh, no, you were a 1.5.
Okay, so I was like a 1.5 when he broke my water.
I think.
We think. So then by like 10, I was a 4. And that was when I got the epidural. The epidural really wasn't that bad. I decided not to watch any videos because I was scared I'd freak myself out. So I went in with like an ignorance is bliss kind of feeling. But it really wasn't that bad. There was like this one, it didn't really hurt. It was just more like, what? Like it scared me. It was like, oh gosh. So that part really was fine. I never really felt like the epidural fully worked. It was almost, I could almost always lift my left leg, whereas like my right leg felt like it was like really weighted down. And when it started to wear off, the left side was the side where I could feel it. So, which my epidural did start to wear off around 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll give you another dose.
Yeah, it was around 4 or 5, and so in the afternoon. So then they gave me another dose, and all through this, I mean, I'm just kind of slowly dilating. Just periodically as they check. I think when he came back around lunchtime, I was like a 5-ish. Do you remember? I was still like a 4 or 5.
Like a 4 or 5.
5 o'clock he came back, but was I fully dilated?
No, you were a 7-8. You were a 7 according to him and 8 according to the nurse at 5 p.m.
Depending on your finger size.
Yes.
We just kept trucking along, we were watching TV and just kind of hanging out. It was around
7:50.
It was 7:50.
7:50 exactly.
Oh, okay.
Well, the nurses were trying to figure out how long you'd been pushing.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it was 7:50.
Yeah. So yeah, around 7:30, 7:50, somewhere in there, I was fully dilated, and we decided to start pushing. I pushed for 2 hours, and to no avail. She was not coming out. I got very frustrated.
Like they would be like, "Oh no, she's almost just like she's coming," and like I could see on their faces. After she would stop pushing, they'd be like, oh, because Bellamy was going back in. Like, she would make progress, and then as soon as she stopped pushing, she'd go back. And I was like, this.
My epidural wore off around the time we started pushing on the left side, and then 2 hours later, it was just completely done for, and it was awful. Maybe if I had went in with the mindset of like, hey, I'm gonna do this naturally and feel the pain, it would have been different, but I did not have that mindset, and I was not prepared. And that's how I felt. It was awful. Also, our OB had said that we weren't going to push for that long. It was supposed to be like, if it looked like she wasn't coming like that, we were gonna go to the C-section, which we didn't do. We pushed for 2 hours, and then I was finally just like begging for the C-section, more or less.
So that's what we did.
They wanted to use a vacuum to try and help me push, but one, I was just pretty much done, and also the risks he was trying to say for her were terrifying. So
Like lacerations and like
brain bleeding
bleeds.
and stuff. So we were just like, nah, let's just go straight to the C-section. I'm mad. Come here. Everybody love.
She's telling her side of the story.
Yeah, that's how she felt also.
She's like, I was getting sucked into this little thing.
And it sucked.
It sucked.
So we finally
Went to the C-section.
went to the C-section. She was born at
10:32 p.m.
The C-section was pretty easy. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, apart from the like vibrating and shaking on the table, that was weird. That was weird because it looked like she was having a seizure, but she wasn't.
Yeah, shake. I got the shakes
Yeah.
really, really bad.
Really bad.
Really, really like I was just like I couldn't like. It was super disappointing. So I couldn't like hold or touch or really do anything with her because I was shaking so uncontrollably that it was just not physically possible for me to like hold her and her not get hurt or something.
Yeah. So I held her over there beside her.
Yeah, and I kind of like poked her face because that's how bad I was shaking. The C-section, I mean, was not nearly what I thought it was going to be. It wasn't that difficult, really. I mean,
Walk in the park.
obviously,
Was the pressure bad?
Not for me. I mean, I didn't really have any complaints about the C-section, and like recovery from the C-section was fairly easy for me. I mean, sucked. It was really, I was really, 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 really sore, but I'm a trooper.
She is. She doesn't. She's one of those people that doesn't let pain affect her mentally. So, because a lot of people, like for me, well, me for instance, when I'm in pain, my mind is also in pain. So I just let myself wallow in that pain. And for her, it's like my body's aching, but my mind's like, no, get over it. Like that's kind of how you operate. And so
Yeah.
she's been amazing, wonderful, everything. Just
But yeah, so 1032, 8 pounds, 9 ounces, and 22 inches long.
yeah.
And the doctor pulls her out and says, oh, I think you made the right decision. Yeah, she wasn't fitting out the other way.
Her head came out like a cone shaped, and I was concerned, like what is wrong with our baby's head? Because I've heard of cone shape, but this was like the end of her head was like this, and like here's her head, and it was like a little, like it was too much coned. I've heard of cone shape, but this was like unicorn. Okay, not really. So you could tell.
Yeah, like
she could push it for 2 hours.
that one part of her, like this one little part of her head was what was like trying to be sucked through the birth canal, and that's it. The rest of it was not coming. The epidural again had started to wear off by the end of the C-section. Like it was at the point where when he was stitching me up, I was kind of like, let's hurry because this doesn't hurt, but I feel like in another 10 minutes it's going to hurt. And by the time we got back to the labor room, they were like, can you move it all? Because they were trying to like help clean me up and stuff. And I'm like,
here like
yeah, what do you need me to do? Because I
Oh,
could,
move.
yeah, because I could pretty much move. It had almost completely worn off. I had to wait 24 hours until I could get out of bed though, which kind of sucked.
And she couldn't eat until noon the next day, so another 14 hours of not eating. So she went from 10 o'clock Sunday to noon on Tuesday without actual food. She had 4 popsicles and some juice.
Oh, I did have nausea. I threw up in the middle of the C-section,
Oh, I forgot about that.
and I threw up before the C-section. Lindsay like goes into the bathroom, and I'm like, I've had my epidural, so I can't move. And I had like a barf bag by my head because I didn't feel well, and it had like fallen off the back of the bed. And I'm like laying there, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to throw up, and I'm like yelling, I'm like, Lindsay! She comes like running out and like grabs another one, and it was
Yeah.
quite comical.
Yeah, and it was after she'd eaten a popsicle, so I was very concerned.
Oh yeah, because it was
because I
red.
thought it was blood, and I was like, oh my god. But she was okay.
Yeah.
Just a popsicle.
And then I threw up on the C-section table, which also sucked. I was
I
like,
can't imagine.
I said, the anesthesiologist was like right here. And I'm like, do you guys have barf bags in here? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you might want to get one. And he like grabs it and hands it to me, and I was like, it was like throwing up while laying down sucks.
But she's here and she's perfect.
She's here and she's great. Her 2-week checkup, she was 9 pounds 7 ounces, and she had lost an inch from like the swelling in her head going down, but then she gained it back, so she was still 22 inches, 9 pounds 7 ounces. And the pediatrician says she's perfect.
Which we already missed you.
She's just a happy, healthy baby,
Super calm, super just chill.
unless she's hungry.
Yeah.
Other than that, this is what we get a lot of the times. Even when she doesn't want to sleep, she'll just lay there and just look. She's a pretty good baby.
Pretty perfect. We did great. We did. We made a good baby.
So that's our birth story. Hopefully it's not too
I
rambly.
had to cover every detail. A lot happened. It was just a lot.
It was a lot. It was very overwhelming.
Because whenever they were like, okay, she's going to the nursery now, like, I worry about surgery, even if it's like by the book, everything's going great. And the doctor kind of scared me because he said this was a riskier C-section because she'd been pushing for 2 hours.
Yeah, they had to. Oh yeah, there's that. They had to push her back up, like
Yeah.
out of the birth canal. You don't ever want that to happen.
Just no.
Just no.
And I was in there for that, I guess.
No, you were. Yeah,
I-
yeah, you were.
I was.
We were still in our labor room.
Oh.
Yeah, it's before we left.
Oh, I guess she was just in so much pain that it was like,
Yes.
I couldn't tell what was worse pain and what was just, yeah. But so I'm going off to the nursery with her and then freaking out thinking, how long is she gonna be back there? Is she okay? Like, what's going on? Plus, they're like, oh, hey, you can look over the curtain. So I did, and I saw her come out. Like, I saw her, and I was like, oh, that's so great. Yay. And I went over and, like, watched them wear and all that stuff. And then I turned around to look at Nicole, and I look, and in my line of vision, I see her stomach ripped open first, and then I see her face. And that's just not, it's not good to see
I
your
think
wife,
it would've been
like,
cool.
it's just,
I wish you would have asked if we could video it, because that's something I would have wanted to watch.
if it had been a normal C-section that we just, like, went into
Scheduled
planned,
and-
then it'd be
yeah.
cool. But the situation was just not, no.
Yeah.
But
She's okay. Everybody's okay.
Yeah. Everybody's okay. Everybody's here. Happy.
We're great.
Good. Ready.
and we've enjoyed 3 weeks at home together. Well, a week, 2 weeks and a half, something like that. We spent a week in the hospital, but
Yeah. So Bellamy's gonna end the video for us.
Yeah.
Bye.
If you're new to our channel, click subscribe because you want to see more of me, right? Duh.
It's so cute.
Like the video for my arrival.
Yay.
And I'll see you guys next video.
She's
Okay,
so
bye.
done. Bye, guys. Bye.
perfect ending.